Hi class, this is Joseph Sellis, your instructor for BJJ PX 148 and 149. This is my assistant and my wife Emily, and today we're going to be going over the Kimura from closed guard and the Kimura sweep. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to get Emily into a guard position. Here. All right. So again, when you're in guard position here, this would be kind of a newbie mistake to have your hands here in this position. All right. You want your hands on belly here, postured in this position. Now, if you're grappling with somebody or rolling with somebody who has their hands automatically on the mat, that's really good for you. But if they're not, because you're going to be grappling with people who are probably more advanced than you are at some point, they're going to have their hands here on belly. Okay, so you can do a couple things from this position from closed guard. You can manipulate where their center of gravity is by bringing them in closer to you with your legs, okay, or pushing them away. Okay, you're going to do a combination of both. Here in this position, you're going to push away, okay, and that's going to make your partner or your opponent have a difficult time keeping hands on belly. From here, you can sweep your hands out to the side and then bringing them in closer to you in this position. Okay, what's really important is when you're gripping your opponent's hand, okay, you're not going to be gripping it up here by the elbow, the forearm, but you're going to be gripping it here, right here on the wrist. Okay, really important. You also want a rigid arm for yourself, so straighten your arm out as much as you can, because when your arm is bent, it's actually in a weaker position. So she can manipulate my arm and try to break away free a little bit easier here. Okay, so keep your arm straight, grab near the wrist. Okay, this is where your Kimura comes in. And you have to be careful. You want to open your guard here, and you want to posture up onto the same side elbow that you're holding onto the wrist from. So you're going to shoot over into this position and posture up on the elbow. What's really important here is that you're not sitting straight up. Okay, when you're sitting straight up in this position and she drives you forward, and push me forward, I'm back down here and I have to start all over again. Okay, when I'm here in this position and I'm kind of turning towards this side of the mat and I'm postured onto my forearm, it's going to be more challenging for her to drive me forward. Can she drive me forward? Of course she can eventually. All right, bigger person, stronger, more powerful, and eventually just wearing you down to push you back in that awkward position, okay, that you don't want to be in. So from this position here, if she tries to drive me forward, it's going to be a little bit more challenging for her. Okay, you're going to get your lock on. So you're going to take your right hand. My right hand is going to go underneath her arm, and I'm going to isolate my own wrist from this position. I want to make sure my elbows are close together here in this position here, and I'm going to create a little bit of distance and sweep her over to my right side as I bring my left leg over the back. Now here, you really want to drive her wrist to her shoulder. And what I see most people doing is they use just their arms to push, when in actuality, you want to use your whole body to push over. So I'm going to turn over to my right side, and I'm going to use my whole body, and when she feels, she's going to tap that position. Okay? And that's basically your Kimura. So you can rewind, pause, replay as much as you need to get that done. The basic components of the Kimura is you want to start off in that nice strong close guard position. Okay. Hips up, sweep hands out to the side. Here, walking elbows out, grabbing wrist. All right. Straight arm, opening guard, passing over, resting on forearm and elbow, grabbing underneath her arm, grabbing your own wrist, keeping elbows close together, and turning your whole body to the opposite side while bringing that leg over. Now, why is that important to bring that leg over? Well, it's going to be important because it's going to prevent her from slipping out of her Kimura lock, okay, or your Kimura lock, let's say, and she feels it already. All right, so that's your Kimura submission. Next, we're going to do what's called a Kimura sweep. A Kimura sweep. So let's start off from close guard again. My guard is closed here in this position. Okay, I'm gonna bring my hips up, arms out to the side. Okay, I'm gonna shoot over to one side after I plant my feet onto the floor. Okay, here I want to sit up on her hips as much as I can. Keep my feet on the ground. All right, I'm gonna grab down and I'm gonna grab onto her tricep from this position. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my hips up off the ground and I'm gonna use my opposite side leg, my right leg in this case, and I'm gonna kick it over to the left side of my mat. Okay, so bumping my hips up, kicking my leg forward, and now I'm in mount position. Okay, I can get ready to do different submissions here, like we learned in class already: arm bar, neck crank, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. Start a little bit further back so you can see the mount. So from here, we start off closed guard, crossing ankles back behind, nice and tight. Okay. If her arms are on my chest, on my belly, I'm going to bring my hips up. Okay, sweep the arms out to the side, straight arm this way. Plant feet onto the ground, and I'm going to shoot over. Can she drive? Yes, again, she can drive forward, but at this point, I'm going to bring my hips up, and I'm going to kick over. Out position. Okay, so those are your 2 lessons for this week. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, we're going to meet up on ConferZoom live chat tomorrow and on Wednesday. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll try to address them there. If you're having technical issues getting onto ConferZoom, you can still use the discussion page on Canvas, and I'll reply back to you at that point. All right?